Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thanks. Okay,
This call. Okay, gang, I'm trying to see where I'm at. And Faith is still trying to log in. And where did my Zoom go? Okay, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Faith is coming. Kanani's out. 7, 8, 9.
Hi, aloha.
Hi. I hear. Is that you, Lena Allah?
Ayana.
Ayana. Okay, wait now.
I know she was talking about that pastor. It did happen to me. But then,
hello, I'm boarding a flight right now to Molokai. This is me, Luann. Just wanted to let you guys know I'll try and listen as long as I can, okay?
Okay.
Mahalo.
Thank you. Hi, Marianne.
Hi.
I am so sorry. I've been on my cell phone on my computer for half an hour, and I haven't been able to get my computer to work, but my cell phone works if I.
Oh, where did everybody go?
Okay, there you go. Okay. Give me a moment. Let's see if we can get Faith on.
Okay, I'm in my whites. Is that okay? I was told to wear white.
It is. I'm sorry. I sent the message late, about 7 o'clock this morning, not to wear white if you don't want to. If you're not available, it's just too much was happening.
Okay.
So that'll be fine. Who's this? Okay, Faith is here. Okay, now let's see who we got. And Lena Allah's here. Oh, this phone is too small for me. Okay, there's 11 of us. Hopefully that will work. So, Karen, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Oh, wonderful. Welcome. Hello. I'm going to go ahead and call it to order 203. And if you would just open for us with the poulet, please.
Let's put ourselves in the presence of our Lord. O hea oe kia kua kamakua e no mai mākou, mahalo ka hoʻako ko ana meia mākou ma nei halawai e olu olu kia kua, e ala kai meia mākou ma ka hoʻoholo ana I na mea au I waiho mai I mua mākou. Lord, we ask that you bless this gathering of sisters, that you lead us with your truth, that you help us to see you and know you and love you better, and help us in our deliberations to always carry forward the wishes that you have for us, Father. We ask that you be with us and you bless us, all of us who are here and all of us who would like to be here. We lift up our hearts to you, Lord, and we ask that you bless us and our families. Mai ki piko, ki po'o ai, ka poli ko wawai. Mahalo nui ki aloha nui mākou ia oi. Amene, amene, amene.
Amen.
Mahalo. Thank you so much. Kaupena, are you able to see the list of all that's participating?
Yes.
Okay, so can we do a quick roll call just to make it official?
Roll call without our lekamoi today.
Correct.
Pelekikena nui, Arma o Ana.
Eo.
Pelekikena mua iho, Ola Jenkins.
Eo.
Hope Pelekikena nui, Ninaala Robello.
Eo.
Hope Pelekikena nui, Ayana Herring.
Eo.
Hope Pelekikena nui, Faith Burgess.
Eo.
Hope Pelikikena Nui, Luann, Langford, Favorito, AO on the plane. Hope Pelikikena Nui, Gail Matsui.
I'm taking her place. This is Marianne Souza. Hope Peleki Kena for Aramoku.
Leo.
Hi.
Eo.
Hello. Kakao Olelo Nui, Mahina Chen.
Ew.
Uku Nui, Kanani, Kahana Reed.
She's excused.
Luna Ho'omalo Nui. Utoma Kalima. And Eo.
Okay.
Kalamai.
And you're missing our kahu.
Yes, that's the
Ululana.
correct. I tried to use the correct word. Kahu Nui.
Yeah.
Oh yes, thank you.
Karen.
Good. Kahuna Nui. Karen. Victor.
Victor. Hey, may omine. Aloha.
Mahalo. I was gonna call Kahu, so I had to. My apologies. That was this a standstill.
I was trying to get on the computer because I was able to figure out how to do the share of the minutes from the main meeting, but I don't know how to do it on my phone. So I know I don't have the. Hello. Let me try. I don't know why my phone doesn't do. I can't even see who's all here. But there.
I do want to share all is present. Thank you.
Okay, the only one we're missing is Kanani.
Yes.
And she's excused. She had a last minute. So, were you folks able to get a copy of the minutes after Mahina had passed it out the first time back in May? You did. Okay.
Yes.
Offhand, any corrections to those minutes? I know I printed mine.
Hey, Kalamai, Pelikikena Nui Arma, if you're able to make one of us the co-host, then one of us can share our screen. I don't know how to do that on your phone, but good luck.
Yes. Okay, wait now. Let me see if I can go to the business part or open up. I'm so swift, guys. Sorry. Oh no, don't close. Okay. Stop video reaction participants. I'm just not sure what I pressed to go get a co-host. Is it the
I think so. If you can see the participants list,
yes?
then there should be a little, there should be a way to make one of us
The
the
co-host.
co-host.
Okay,
But no pressure. I'm sorry. I don't mean to hold up the meeting.
No, because it would be easier. Um, Remind me that are we recording?
Yes.
Okay, that's important. You guys, I don't know what I'm doing as far as this co-host goes. Okay, here. Reaction sharing. Hold on. I want to share camera. I want to share iCloud Drive, right? State chapter, I think. Oh God, I hope this is it. Is it showing on your camera? And I'm supposed to press the word share, right? Oh, okay. I think I did it. Oh, wait, where is it? Can you see it on your screen? Sorry, this. Oh, it says the document cannot be viewed.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, we are going to move on. Let me just get back to everybody. Okay, can't be viewed. Participants. Okay. Okay, so um I'm sorry for the last minute meeting, but I felt there was too much to talk about um before our convention. So that's why we're doing this.
Okay.
Um okay. I don't know how you guys gonna see my face. You don't need to see my face, I suppose. I can just talk. Okay.
So, Arma, are you needing a motion to accept the last minutes?
I don't think it's fair for me to ask you guys to accept them if I can't even see them in front of me. So
Did
I'd
ev-
like to defer it to our next meeting, which is on the 15th of October.
did everybody get it? I mean, I got mine.
I believe everybody did get it because Mahina is so on it.
Yeah.
I had it before I even realized I had it.
Yeah. I sent it out twice actually.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
And I
So,
got both of them. So, did everybody not have time to read over it? I'm not sure what the issue is.
what about the rest of you ladies? Did you all get to see it?
I
Yes.
I
Is it
give.
I did, yeah.
all right? And on offering any corrections or acceptance of the minutes?
I do. I have a, I'm sorry.
Okay, just
Except,
holler out your chapter so that I know which one, because I'm trying to, well, Mahina's here, thank God. Um, keep that.
I'd like to make a correction, please.
Okay,
So the correction for the minutes is,
Kaupena, yeah?
yes, would be my, it would be my
Chap-
moku,
your chapter number, right.
my chapter number to change from eha to ekahi.
From
And
okay, 4 to 1.
yes,
Okay.
and that's all I have for that correction. But I didn't see anything else.
Okay, this is Mahina. At the time we had the meeting on May 17th, correct me if I'm wrong, Kaupena, were you part of chapter one or were you still part of chapter uh, uh, four?
4.
Yeah. What chapter? Because this minute's it's dated May 17th. So I wasn't yeah, because when I record minutes, it's effective that day. Do you
What?
remember? Because going forward, you are going to be a kahi. The today's minutes, you will be listed as a kahi. Yeah.
Yes, but for today's agenda, I wasn't even listed as a kahi.
Oh, okay. But for the minutes,
Oh,
when were you
approved.
indoctrinated into chapter one?
I would um Kalikikena Lena Ala.
Calamai, I can remember.
It was at that
The
time.
action.
It was actually me right before we started into June. So we hadn't seen anything at that time. but it was already done.
Okay. Okay. Then I recommend I keep it as Eha, and the next meeting, because she made that announcement, we have her recorded as a kahi for today's meeting. I mean, that's my recommendation.
Okay. And we could just mention it on record that she has
Yeah,
transitioned from 4 to 1 at this point.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for the recommendation and for the assistance.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to have to just keep talking because I've managed to lose my screen on my phone, but I do have my printed out minutes. And the next thing is everybody in agreement with the minutes and accept it as corrected when recommended. Chapter 1,
Aye.
2,
Aye.
3,
Aye.
4,
I
8.
I'll say
And
aye for Luann.
on the plane. Yeah. Thank you, Karen. Okay, so we've got unanimous there. Um, the Pu'uku report is going to be deferred because Kanani had an emergency this morning. So it will be shared on the 15th. As far as correspondence goes, I'm going to hold that a moment because we got some kind of heavy things to talk about today. Now, any chance did Leilani Lindsay sounds gonna come on? Okay, I don't hear. If she comes on, somebody alert me. I did invite her. She asked if she could sit in, and I did say yes. Of course, everyone knows they cannot vote in anything like that. So, as far as correspondence, I'm just gonna defer this for a moment, and then we'll talk about it. Um, Old business. We have Kua Papa updates. Um, and maybe Ayana, you'll be able to help me with some of this. Right now, as far as Kua Papa goes, anyone else is getting any um donations, especially in cash, um, if it can be done by the end of this month, which is in a couple of days, by the end of September, and that will close our contribution to Kalaupapa Memorial Fund for the last 6 years. And the reason being, my term ends, and it will be the new Kelikikena's choice to do or not to do, or what direction to take that. As far as collecting donations go, we were able to make our Kanani's goal of 5,500 on the second 3 years of our term here, and that was achieved. Um, it's just a matter of putting the last checks in the bank, and I know I have a bucket here with some money from the cans, so we'll take care of that. Anyone have any other questions?
I'm confused. Sorry.
Okay, go
Are you
ahead.
talking about donations for the Kuopapa or donations for Kalaupapa?
Kalaupapa. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Did I say Kuapa? I'm looking at the wrong. It's Kalaupapa.
Okay.
And
you.
we were going to, and Ayana, I'm going to need some help from you here. We were going to have Val come back as a guest speaker for our convention, but the men want to share the meeting, and the men wanted to do a presentation of the history of the Royal Order. So that really cut down how much time our guest speaker was going to have. And then I ran into trouble trying to get her to the island. For the time that we had scheduled, there were no flights from Maui on those small planes that would get her back home. So in the end, result was that we will not be able to use her. But we were going to have a replacement guest speaker, and that was La Hela Cruzy. But Ayana, have you heard from her?
Yes, I have. I asked actually Manu Myers as well,
Oh,
and
wow. Okay.
Manu is busy, so Lahela was the next in line. So she's gonna get back to me, but there is another person. Her name is Aloha Bizella.
Uh-huh.
So that is kind of still in the air. I'll let you know, or let you all.
I'm gonna suggest you consider Aloha simply because I was in a week long conference last week and Lahela was recognized. And so we were talking and she said she has a ho'oleva on the day of our meeting. So she was needing to call you and let you know that she wasn't going to be able to make it.
Okay.
So I know this is all last minute, but the biggest thing is if it's somebody on island that might help because this and the hotel is crazy. I
Yep.
So you may have to and whatever subject, whatever topic, because we're being fit into a shorter time span, we're just gonna have to go with it. Okay, that had to do with
Hina has a hand up.
Aloha.
okay, I go ahead.
Yeah, okay, so that we can close 7D as in David, Kalau Papa, so all monies that's going to go to the collection have to be in by September 30th
Correct.
to confirm. And our original guest speaker, Val, she's not able to attend Kua Papa. But I have a quick question because I know a lot of us ladies wanted to know, will she in the future update us on the development of Kalau Papa? Because
I
uh,
hope so.
is that
Yeah.
your plan? Because that's a lot of money to pass on to an organization.
Yes, yes, it is.
Uh-huh.
We're supposed to be working together, and she was good. That's what she was gonna come and give us a report of where they're at and what they're doing.
Uh-huh.
Um, and it would be because they're not gonna be at the convention. We're gonna have to make another time to give them the check, the physical check.
Uh-huh.
I did want to try and at least present it, but I would say yes. We'd like to hear more from her, or at least get something in writing where they're at and what they're doing. The only thing new that I know, of course, is they're opening up Kalaupapa to visitors with a lot of restrictions. Um, I also see that Molokai I don't know where this is coming from or has anything to do with, but they're also restricting what you can take to Molokai, like no plants with dirt uh, or and possible little animals. And I was like surprised that all of a sudden this is starting as they're opening the doors to visitors there. So
Yeah, it would be nice that she just, even if she can't meet with us, provide a report so that
okay,
we can have
some
something,
kind of closure.
closure. Yeah, yeah.
What did anybody suggest? Excuse me, ladies.
Mhm.
Suggest maybe her doing a Zoom presentation if she cannot be there physically.
Um, the problem is that once the men decided to do their presentation with us, with the women, it just took away so much time. Like we were trying to give her 2 hours, and then it got down to 45 minutes. And like you said, you're gonna fly in, stay in a hotel for a 45-minute session. Um, I was willing to help pay for her room or whatever, but it just didn't make sense. And then her time schedule, because of Kalopapa opening, and they just had a Bernard celebration from when he was with Hale Mohala as one of the patients. I think she just got too busy because it took really long for her to get a hold of me.
Oh, okay.
So, and I thought, well, if you couldn't make it, could the Gray make it? But she said no, because I guess they do things together.
Okay.
So that's kind of where we're at on that. Where am I now? Okay. And
Aloha.
going, who's okay? You gotta just holler out your chapter because I don't have a screen
Okay.
space. Who's,
Mua iho.
oh, hola. Okay.
Hello. Hello, Ilua. Mamalahoa. I just wanted to make a comment about the speaker because it sounds like the the speakers that Ayana you were trying to get aren't available. If we could keep in mind that Kona is hosting, and so it would be really nice to have somebody from Kona, a Wāhine from Kona, to talk about their aina and share about their place.
But we don't
And
have a corner chapter.
huh?
You know we don't have a corner.
I know we don't have a woman chapter. Yeah, I know we are hosting for them, and but there's just a wealth of kupuna and cultural practitioners from that
Yeah.
area. And if you need resources, Ayana, I can give you some names for that. I think Manu is great. I know her latest project is the Nile, everything about the Nile. And
Mhm.
we're helping to promote her book that's coming up next year. But yeah, just a consideration that because it's Kona's, um, you know, because they're hosting, would be nice to have somebody share from that aina. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I'm good, and I'm sure, Ayana, you got to work with your ladies and see who. I know it's so last minute again.
Right. Can I speak? This is Ayana
Yes.
from Mamalahua. Okay, so let me see. In September, in August, I did mention this at our monthly meeting, and I asked the Vaihines if they had anyone. Because I kind of laid it out, let them all know that we're looking for a guest speaker for about 30 minutes, no more than 45 minutes. So no one replied. And that's why I went out to go look, because I knew that time was running out. So if I had only known then I would have looked on the Kona side, but I was not aware because no one said anything.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, all I can say is do your best.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And ladies,
And if
if
you want
all
me to,
else fails, there's always us. We can
yeah,
always pull from within,
yeah.
you know.
Aloha. Um, can I say again, Ayana, if you would like me to find someone like within this within this week, I could find someone from Kona and have them get in touch with you if they're able to come. I mean, I know Moana Roy, whose family is like well known in the Kona area, and they actually had a cultural center placed at King Kamehameha Hotel for many, many years. Her father was a historian of that place. And so she carries all that mana'o. I can ask her, but there's also several other kupuna too who are still around and might be available if
Okay.
you.
Well, let me check because Lahela did refer Aloha. And I just need to follow up to see whether or not she wants to do it. If she said that she can't for whatever reason, then we'll go that.
You, Ola
Okay.
and Ayana, you guys can work together because
Thank
for
you,
all you know,
Mahalo.
Ola may be working with somebody from Kona side.
Mm-hmm. But
But
I
you
still
know,
have to check with Aloha.
don't you as the host do not have to wait for anyone else to say this is who we're going to have for our guest speaker.
Mhm.
Yes, we could bring it to our board meeting. It's a good idea to talk about it, like we were doing with Val, but if cannot. So I would say just do whatever you think is the best for us.
Mahalo.
Now, let's see. Okay, we're back. Now we're back to Kua Papa updates. And oh my God, you guys, I'm so sorry. All of a sudden, there's so many people saying, oh, we don't have to stay at that hotel then, because none of the meetings are there, none of the food is there. So I don't know how that's going to affect the men or chapter 7, but I do know that quite a few of the ladies and some of the men from different chapters are looking for Airbnbs or however, you know, other outside of King Kamehameha hotel. I do know I made my reservations there, but I also was coming in on Wednesday and going home on Friday. My roommates may want to look for another place that's a lot cheaper. Um,
Wait, you said you're going home on Friday.
no, I'm going home on Sunday. I'm sorry.
Um,
I'm
okay.
coming in on Wednesday the 15th, and I'm going home on Sunday the 19th. It's just our none of our meetings are at the hotel, and none of our meals apparently, if I read the paperwork correctly. Are any of you having uh any of the members saying? I mean, I know even Arthur IU is not staying at the hotel.
I canceled my King Kamehameha reservations because it was like almost $1,000. I was able to find a place that was more comfortable for me and Auntie Maria for like more than half off left. It was under $500. Kona
Oh.
Coast Resort still get good deals. And they're one bedrooms, kitchen, parlor, view, everything.
Because I know my reservation said I can cancel up to, I think it's 5 days before the event.
Yeah, they have really good yeah, you can change your mind at the last moment.
Yeah, so I haven't been able to talk to the ladies who I'm rooming with yet. If there's, and it's mostly my time to go look for another place. I haven't been able to.
Yeah.
So I gotta talk to Lena Ala and Aloha if that's something they want, or we're just gonna divvy the rooms based on when they're actually there.
Kahikili chapter. This is
Yes.
Marianne. You guys know that we're coming in on Friday and we'll be late for the meeting, yes?
No, I don't know that.
Yep, they are.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that's the
When
only flight that we could get in.
when is Maui coming in then? Friday
Maui's coming in on Friday, and we should touch ground between about 8:21.
in the morning.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, somebody else told me, "Oh, I'm coming in, but it's nighttime," and I'm like, "What you coming for?"
No, that's the only way we could try and get there on time. Our thing, I need to ask. I guess from the airport, we're coming straight to the meeting. Is that possible?
Uh,
Correct. It is. So there's a shuttle van. I got your information, and Arma, I did send you FYI text regarding the Maui coming in on Friday. So
okay,
the shuttle van will be picking you folks up. The question that Gail asked me is about your luggage. So that is something that you guys would have to discuss with the driver. You guys could either leave it with him, he'll take it to the hotel, or you can bring it with you to the Civic Center, and we'll just store it in the back of the meeting room. Whatever you guys decide.
All right, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
And how many are coming from Maui?
They got
11 of
yeah.
us.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Wow. That's good.
Yes.
Anything else on Kuapapa updates? You've been
I have
getting people's food money.
Yeah, the only one that I'm waiting for is for, well, chapter one already sent. I didn't receive theirs in chapter three. Those are the only two chapters I'm still waiting for
Okay.
registration and mail, but it is on its way.
I have a
But
question. This is Kahikili again.
Okay.
Did you ever get any answer on the update of the meals? What type of meals? Only because we have certain ladies that can't eat certain
right,
things.
correct. So Gail did tell me about the allergy. I did send it out to everyone. If they have any allergy whatsoever, let me know. What they require, the Moku Okona, is whatever the allergy may be, they just want a list. And then, if I'm not mistaken, I think Moku Kohala is actually working on the meal. I don't even have a menu, and I've been asking for the menu from day one, so I still don't have a menu. I'm not sure what the breakfast, lunch, or dinner is, but I'm on it.
Thank you so much. And
Yeah.
where are we eating, if you don't mind me asking?
So the breakfast and lunch will be served at the Civic Center. Our dinner is actually going to be at Laopua. It's a, I guess, Hawaiian Homestead
Yeah.
in Kona. It's in Kona.
Can we
Mahalo.
get addresses eventually, please?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Aloha,
Um,
Ulani Victor, Moku, Okapuaiva. Aloha.
I
First of all, Ayana, you're amazing. Mahalo nui for taking care of all of these logistical details. If it was me, I would just, not do them. So thank you for doing it. Thank you for dealing with all of us
Aoli Piliki.
all of us bananas and our shenanigans. And then my real question is, how come we have Konaway? Like, do the men, do whoever is in charge, do they need us to stay at the King Kamehameha? Because mom and I are kind of like, where are we going to stay?
No, you really you don't have to. What had happened, it did start off that because that's where the meeting rooms were going to be. But I think what happened is that the ballroom itself was going to cost an arm and a leg. The room that they were going to get for us was going to cost also a lot. So they decided to move to the Civic Center and just leave Kamehameha Hotel as a sleeping quarter. But yeah, it is costly. I did talk with him, but that was the best they could get. So if you choose to go elsewhere, because the Civic Center is where our meetings are going to be held. Yeah.
okay. And Faith, feel free to jump in with any questions you have.
One was just if we can get addresses of this civic center and wherever the dinners are going to be. And then the second one was for your donations. I know it was products or $100. I'm just checking. Is anyone bringing products or is everybody paying? Because I would hate to see having to set up a table for just a small amount of stuff. We can
Um,
do either way. We can give you money or we can bring stuff.
I believe this is Ayana from
Yeah.
Mamalaho. So basically, it's basically your choice. If you guys want to donate the $100, that's fine. I know Mamalaho is donating things. Are we talking about the country store?
Yeah.
Yeah, at the country store, and then there is going to have a silent auction. What I was going to ask Moko Okona if we could also bring the country store to the dinner, just because I believe, from what I heard, is like we're the only organization or that's going to be there at the Civic Center. So basically, we're not even selling anything to hotel guests.
Oh,
Everything
nice.
kind of
Right.
just shifted when they decided not to have the conference there and to have it at the Civic. So if we could, that would actually be good because then the Connies would be able to come over and check out what we have for sale as well.
So that's something you just got to clear with the Kona men.
Yes.
Heck, I would if I was you, I would say scrap the products, just paid 100. one less thing you got to deal with.
Well, if that's what you want to do, but we have a lot
But
of
some people have things,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, okay, okay,
Right.
okay, no
Well,
problem.
Sorry. Kahiki.
Lena, Ala, does chapter 1 have stuff we're bringing up?
Yes.
Okay, okay. Because I might have some.
Kahikili.
Yes?
Marianne, we're bringing the $100. We're bringing a
Right.
check.
Okay. Okay.
I'd like to also ask this Kahikili again. For our dinners, is it I don't know the place, that's why. Is it a dress up place or where we having dinner, or are we dressing casually?
No, it would be nice if everybody dressed, in a nice mu'u or
Hawaiian attire.
yeah, yeah. I don't know where this place is either, but yeah, I don't. I am going to.
Yeah. Kalamai, Ayana. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
It's a beautiful center. All of the locals use that place for graduation parties, Paina. It's on Hawaiian homestead land, La'iopua. It's a nice center.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I put the
Overlooking
addresses in the chat.
overlooking the ocean. You can see the ocean in the front from there.
Karen, was that the address you sent out?
Yep, got 2 of them. I put the Civic Center and then also the La'iopua DHHL
Oh,
land too.
thank you.
Mahalo.
You know, our brother Google, he get them.
I don't know. I don't think he liked me. Um, okay, where am I? Okay. All right. One more touch. I know we um for convention. Are there very many people ordering books and not going to be there?
Yes, there is actually. Oh, Ayana from Mamalahoa. So,
Mhm.
so this is a breakdown for chapter 1. There's 9 members that will be attending. Chapter 2, we have 13.
Wow.
Chapter 3, there's 1, which is the Pelikikena. Chapter 4 has 11, and then chapter 8 has 3. So it's 37. And then as for the binders, chapter 1, I just got 0, but I know you told me that Ali Inui, we usually give him 1, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and then for chapter 2, we're gonna give. We have some Vahinis who are not able to, but I'm gonna go ahead and get them binders because I just feel like they deserve to. They wanted to come, they can't, they won't be able to. Chapter 3, they got 7 who's ordering. Chapter 4, there's 3, and then chapter 8, there's 0. So basically, there's plus the Ali'i Nui, that's 17 total binders. So basically,
44.
so basically together, 37 plus 17, that's 54 already binders, which will leave us 6 binders left available to purchase.
Okay.
Because there's 60 total.
Right. Okay. The reason I asked is I still have 2 folders in my house of people who ordered and never came and got them yet. But they paid their money, so I will eventually get it to them. But if there are women who want, or like Ayana was saying, there are certain people who can't make it, but they deserve a book, and if she's willing to pay for it, then we got 6 left, and I'll just leave that there. Anything else? Any other questions anyone has about Kuapapo?
The book insert deadlines.
Ah,
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, so Maui will be sending their inserts to us. Everybody else will be hand carrying it. So they should be
Good.
bringing it to our meeting, our executive council meeting. And then my Hope Pelikikena will take over. And so she has a team of women that will be putting it together, and it will be ready for the following day.
For each of us bringing inserts, we should have 60 sets.
Correct.
Kahikili, Marianne, we'll be sending it out sometime this week.
Okay, mahalo.
Wow. I commend each of you for doing your inserts because it's hard. I don't care what you say. It's time consuming and it's hard. Um okay. Bylaws. Whew. Okay, so this is old business and not old business. You know, we all tried really hard to work on our bylaws and make everything as close as we can. And although this is my fourth term in this position, this is my first time ever having to deal with issues that came up over the last 6 years. And mostly, and I don't mean to belittle anyone or anything, but I do want to be upfront and honest about what's happening within our own organization. We have no set procedures, policies that are consistent across our pipeline in our organization on how to deal with grievances, misbehavior, or people who are walking the fine line of being in or being out of the order based on what you say or what you talk about. I know that history says we're not supposed to take political sides. Everything we do, we got to ask our men. Um, and then Mauna Kea happened, and then the Ali Inui almost got arrested, and instead Alika and Desmond allowed themselves to be arrested, and that kind of changed the face of the royal order in the public eye, and that was a big deal because the Kane stepped out of their protocol and made Mauna Kea something of importance to talk about. So based on that, me as the social worker I am, that's where Kalaupapa came in. That's where I chose to put the focus on based on our mission and our purpose in the order of helping our community and putting back. That's where that came in. So, um, without these bylaws for grievances and how to handle things, there was a number of members over the last, gosh, I guess the first one was back in 2019. But they either had personal problems or personal point of views, and that didn't necessarily sit with Pelikikena, me. And it got to the point where some of these members were questioned whether or not they were appropriate to stay in the order based on their behavior or what's going on. And the bottom line is some of our bylaws uses the word impeachment, or what's that other word? The one they do to the president's expulsion.
Mm-hmm.
And then Maui's got actual disciplinary action, dismissal action in their bylaws. What happened is there was hakaka within a moku, and it had to be addressed. And unfortunately, and even it's my opinion, and I don't mean this against anybody, I found some of the allegations to be very petty. However, you have pettiness going on for 2 years. That's ridiculous. And that I couldn't say, oh, it's okay, it's petty. It wasn't okay. I tell everybody dress in regalia and one person doesn't want to, or wear this shirt and one person doesn't want to, or doesn't, or just doesn't comply. To me, it's not the damage, the physical damage that was done. It was the support and the respect and the emotional damage. People lost trust in each other when it didn't matter who was right or wrong. If you had a doubt, your trust was challenged. So I happened to go to the Big Island. I think it was early October. Well, was it October?
August.
Of this month?
No.
No, September, early September. Sorry. And I ended up talking to Mama Lahore, and there was communication about some of the procedures that was taken and steps taken to decide whether some of the women could stay in the order or not. The hardest thing about it is the discrepancies or the infractions were, like I said, petty. You don't follow the rules. Everybody's wearing a red shirt and you're standing out with a different color shirt. That action in itself is what breaks down the function of the whole in any chapter. And after looking at it, and as I'm rolling up on my last month, it needs to be addressed. This is the third time in 6 years, and only now is my eyes saying what is in the bylaws is not enough. So I know that I had brought it up to chapter 1, and I commit to Mahina to work on some of the language and the steps and the little details of a grievance procedure, like first infraction warning, second infraction, I don't know, fine or so, I don't know. Anyway, my bottom line is I think we need a committee to seriously put it in paper, in writing, for a standard procedure across all chapters. So that if any chapter has problems with a member who's not complying or giving you a hard rub, so the Peliki can has a means to handle it. Everybody gets what is that word? Everybody gets to appeal.
Complacent. Oh,
To
sorry.
appeal. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying not to be complacent. But everybody has the right to appeal. So in this case, the Kane of Mama Lahore stepped in, which I have not heard of in my 30 years. I was very impressed that they would take it upon themselves. Although, as I'm hearing after the fact, different chapter men have different different ideas of their possession over their women of their moku. I tried to stay out of it because I tried to keep it moku to moku, but I did talk to Alika Deshe to get his feel on this, and he agreed. If we could leave it with the moku, let the men and the women decide whatever disciplinary action for their personal moku is fine, if it's a moku issue. If it's something that happens on the state level, which would probably be a convention or one of the state, like if I got up and talk on the telephone, on the TV about stuff that I'm not approved to talk about, that's reason enough to be dismissed or suspended or expelled. It's happened to the men many a times. I was told there was a woman back in the 90s that was expelled as well. I do not recall that. And then the 3 we had issues with, the first one tried to change chapters and then didn't follow procedures there and eventually said, maybe the order's not for me. The second one, her situation didn't allow her to come back, and Damoku handled it. The third situation, which was what was current, brought the men together. At one point, the women were were released from the chapter or dismissed. But then the right to appeal came back up, and again, a letter came from Alika Deshe saying they will not be disbanded. They are joined. But we had this big talk, and this is where all this resolution stuff for grievance procedures is coming from. At this point, I'm on my way out. It ain't going to happen in my turn. But I learned, Mahina, I think the word is addendum you use to the bylaws if we're coming up with new rules or procedures, but not ready to set it in stone.
We do file addendums. We go just like every other MOPU, I believe. We go to our board, our executive board, and from there, if it's approved, then it goes to the membership. But we still get our men, the MOPU men, to sign our
Correct.
addendums.
Then
Yeah,
the
we still
mokumen.
go to those procedures.
Okay. And once we get to the mokumen for all our chapters, and hopefully by that time we'll all be on the same communication wavelength and language, then it goes to the state, and then it can go to the Grand Council, and then they can change the state bylaws. Now, we've all been around bylaw play before. Sometimes it takes 1 year, sometimes it takes 3. But I would like to suggest that at this convention that we have a special committee. There is a committee that's called other matters, important matters, or something, other matters, miscellaneous matters. Well, if I have to put this under miscellaneous matters, just to form a committee that will look at what would the form look like. Ayana had one, and I'm telling everybody that form I shared that Ayana had is just an example. It's not set in stone. Even the words on it is not set in stone. All it's saying is we can do this. With our computers and some of our smart people, we're able to carry this out. And it is a hard topic. Some people are still very sensitive to this. Because, well, I'm hoping it's because we didn't have to do it before, not because we cannot. And it's just something we have to go through. We're going to have to do it to make it easier for everyone who comes after us down the years.
I have a question.
Sure. I was waiting. Somebody asked.
So there is nothing in our Kauai chapter bylaws that have to do with grievances, because from way back when, it's always been known that if we women have a question or a suggestion or a problem, no matter what it is, that we cannot decide within ourselves, which is very rare, we go to our ali'i moku.
Yes.
So why would that not still be the case? If I believe you said
we still come under the
Alika made a decision that everything was fine and whatever happened, but it was okay. Nobody was dismissed.
Well, nobody was dismissed, but it didn't mean all the hurt was cured or the procedures were clarified. If we have a piece of paper that's written, if we got to make corrections or clarification or adjustments along the way, we can. But if we don't even have that paper to say you have the right to an appeal, there should be, I mean, I wouldn't see releasing somebody because they got sassy or spoke off to you. But if we can't quell that kind of problems within our own moku, it's just going to bleed to me to the whole to the whole organization.
Which is understandable, and we're all humans, and that's part of the human nature. You get mad and then you stay mad, and that's just how we are. But are you taking that decision away from the Aliyah Moko of each chapter?
Um, I won't say I'm taking it away. I am saying I would like for the women to make their decision and then present it to the men that, due to the problems we have had, this language has to be introduced. I believe the men have a very descriptive disciplinary action process.
Yeah, that's because they don't know how to play nicely.
No, and yet we have seen some men who've been in here for 30 years and be told, you're out, you're suspended, don't come back.
Oh, that's not cool. Okay, well,
No, but
I don't
Yeah,
hear all
that's
the
not
gravy
cool.
part. I'm just
but
talking
it,
about within
yeah.
ourselves.
I would like to see us come up with our own guidelines for ourselves. Number one, to make it easier for the Pelekikena or whoever is making those decisions. Two is so all of our members have a good idea. We're not just here for the pin and the feather lay and come meeting when you want. You know, I don't know about other chapters, but and Lena Allah, if I'm speaking out of line for our chapter, please let me know. But some people they don't show up. It's the same people show up for the same activities, come to the meetings, put their 2 cents in, and then once in a while somebody will come and say, "Oh, but how come you don't do this?" And it's like, "Where you been?" I just recently had somebody ask me, "Oh, can we have a shirt, special for our moku?" And I'm thinking, "Why are you asking me? I'm not moku." But my response was, I'm sure if you talk to the Pelikikena, but you go do the legwork, you go do the pricing, you go head it. Don't suggest something and then sit back and say, "Oh, you guys never do nothing. I suggested this." It is a kaku thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Okay,
know.
I was just curious.
No, thank you. I was like, somebody ask a question.
So, Arma, what is the goal for this topic in regards to our discussion now?
The goal for this discussion is that we will have a special committee to address this concern. It will be of all the mokus coming up with one form that can be used and one language in all of our bylaws and the state bylaws, not just the moku. That way it's clear. And, just to be honest, you guys, I never had to tell Mary how to talk to Johnny before.
Yeah.
I
So,
cannot.
so can I suggest
Yes.
something? Is that to change our bylaws requires so much more energy, yeah. Not only
Mm-hmm.
on moku level, but we have to take it to our Aimoku and our Kane, and then also have it approved, yeah, by
Yeah.
our Ali'inui. Could we do, I know Mahina was sort of getting there, like if we could do an addendum or an MOA, memorandum of agreement,
Mm-hmm.
where all, we're all in consensus to say we're going to follow this process the next time a grievance comes up, instead of having us all to take a look at our individual bylaws and have to go and change
Well,
it all.
that's why I thought if we did it at the convention, if we had you know how we do our committee meetings,
I
if we form a committee that committees don't have to work only during convention, they can work throughout the year, you know.
Yeah.
But I think you're right. We start with the addendum or the MOA so that we understand it.
Yes, because I think the just the language
Yeah.
of that sample document that you shared with all of
Mm-hmm.
us, it seems to just take away from the legacy and the tone that Navahine has always presented.
Definitely.
And we have to remember that we are a volunteer organization and we are looking to control matters to sometimes an individual person, which I wanted to speak about because just in what happened with Mama Lakoa,
Mm-hmm.
it was unfortunate that everything was done behind closed doors. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it is why I am stepping up now. I'm usually the mellow. I roll how anybody else roll.
Yeah.
And I have loved and appreciated all my years with Navahine. But I could see a tone changing in regards to um, the topic that we're speaking on. And it happened, the interventions with our ali'i nui and also with you, Arma, which mahalo just for being open to when we needed help, that you had come and said, like, I will be there. It was only because it was such a travesty that it could have been prevented. We could have gone another way. We had Ho'oponopono. We had other options available to our chapter,
Mm-hmm.
but none of it was utilized because none of us knew that it was happening
What
until it
was
was too
happening?
late.
Yeah.
And that is foremost, whatever we all decide across the Pai'aina and all our moko, that
Mm-hmm.
we can't just have one individual person decide someone's fate in our chapter.
Yeah.
I mean, we all come together when we install a new wahine. We all come together and we all vote her in. That is something that we celebrate as a moko. It should be the same process if such serious grievances have been noted for it to be the same. Like,
Mm-hmm.
we all need to know what has occurred. We all need to be a part of that process. And if there's something that we can do in as far as like an intervention, ho'oponopono, that would be the preferred and
First step.
hopefully
Yeah.
the first step that we take.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we gotta be pono within ourselves. How can we show ourselves to our other, sisters in, in our just going to Kuopapa
Yeah.
if that kind of heva is hanging over our moko. And I feel passionate about this, so passionate that I did. Some people might say, well, she broke code protocol in calling the Pele Kekena Nui, but as Mua Iho, we discuss these kind of
That's
things.
right.
And
that's
if
that's your
happening,
job.
it's happening within my own moku, then it was something that I had to come on my knees to you, Arma, and I appreciate the intervention that you did because it could have been
It
resolved
could have
another way.
blown up too.
It could have blown up
It
too.
could have blown up. And
And
the only reason I agreed, well, one reason was I was going to happen to be on Hawaii Island anyway, but because we're sisters, because we should be able to
yes,
talk. Because
yes.
even if I miss a protocol, if I miss a procedure, and that's why, sorry, gang, I'm so glad Faith is back because sometimes she remembers stuff from the old time that I forget. But it's not that different than it was then.
Thanks, Arma.
Sorry.
I have to interject though because I am totally in the dark about what you two are talking about. So if we can get back on track, I understand you want a committee to get something like this proposed. I do
Or-
understand from my personal moku, my Ali'i Aimoku is going to be a little interested to find out why we want to take away his powers over us. Don't put that in the minutes, please.
No.
But it sounds like we need to discuss this, but not today.
Right, exactly.
So
exactly.
I have no
Yes.
problem with the committee.
Let
I
us
have no
gather in
problem
a committee.
working with my ladies. And it does start from the moku. You cannot just change the state bylaws without the moku
First,
bylaws, because that's
yes.
where it comes from.
Yeah.
So yes, I am all for your committee. I would love to hear what happened, because Ola, you are right. There is not one person who should be able to make a decision on anything by themselves, Kaliki Kena or not.
Yeah, that's what our
I am
board
a
is
strong
for.
believer of that, and I always will be.
This is Ayana from Mamalahua. I know I saw Mahina before me. Mahina.
Yeah. Oh, I just want to say, because I belong to another organization, that everything's in writing when it comes to disciplinary action. But the problem with putting a lot of things in writing, it's not consistent. You have some members get away with some things and others not. So I tend to move towards a memorandum of agreement. Something more on the softer side, ho'oponopono, work with the ali'i nui, because you have to handle everything on a case-by-case basis. When we start writing up, to me, what's very severe is if a person steals from the, the moku, or a person personally threatens a moku member. Those kind of things, those are very, very serious. But if it's a grievance, difference of opinion, someone not paying attention, or I'm more for the memorandum. Again, because a lot of times when you put it down on paper, it's not consistent. That's just my opinion.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. This is Ayana from Mamalahua. So anyway, e kalamai. And I hear what you're saying, Ola, Faith. I am the Pelikekana from Mamalahua. And everything that came up, it wasn't a one-man operation at all. It was not. So I did go through the protocol. I did. I went through the protocol. I went to Pelikekena Nui. She directed me. She said, no, Ali'i Aimoku is where your chain of command is. So long story short, I later found out that he was no longer our Aimoku, And so the Ali'i Okana stepped in and they took over because he had heard through the grapevine. So the only one that was involved on the Wāhine side was myself and Hope Pelikekena. And everything kind of came out. I didn't make the decision by myself. It was a committee. What was disappointing was this individual went over the Aimoku head, over my head, to get to the Ali'i Nui. And when you guys talk about the infraction, we're not just talking about they're using, I said use this shirt, but you guys end up using. We've had these Wāhines who owe money. We have Wāhines who I kept in charge and missing things. They don't talk about all the other things. To me, that's pretty serious. The t-shirt, no, it's not. So I kind of feel like I'm being thrown under the bus here. Yes, I wanted to bring them to the Wāhines, but the acting Aimoku said, no, we're gonna take care of this. What am I supposed to say? No.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to say, no, we're going to handle this by ourselves? Their thinking is like, wait a minute. We're the chain of command here. If they decide one day that they want to dismantle us, they can do so.
Well, that's true for all chapters at any moment.
So to me, I went through the chain of command. I was going to let everybody know, but because of what had happened, everything turned around the other way. And it wasn't just my decision.
No.
So I just wanted to make things clear.
Yeah.
So Ayana, excuse me for asking, but you said you had a committee of your women that you discussed this with, and I don't even want to know all the details.
No, it wasn't the committee. The committee was the Aimoku, the Kuauhau, and the Kako'olelo on the
How did it get? How did
No,
it get
but
to them?
before you were talking to your board. Is that
Before
right? You
this,
said your vice president?
before this all happened, that's when I went to you and I asked you, and you said, no, your chain of command is Aimoku. So if you have anything to say, go ahead and ask. And I did. And he was the one who held the meeting.
Oh, that's when everything else changed.
Yes. And I was shocked because that's not what I came to him for. I came to him to tell him what I was going through and what I was going to do.
Yeah.
But he decided, no, I'm going to do it. And everything from that point went downhill. And then when the acting Aimoku found out, they all jumped in and they said, no, we're going to do this together. That was the committee. So once the committee had decided what to do, I was going to share that with the board. But at that time, it was said no.
It was just decided.
It was decided.
And then when the letter came from Ali'i Nui, that changed everything too.
Correct. That changed everything too. But they only changed because of the individual who had gone over the head of our Aimoku, went over the head of Pelikekena, and went over the head of Pelikekena Nui.
Okay.
Because I wanted to share.
But I know she's been totally told not to do that. As we all have at one time or another. I don't want to rehash everything because I'm hoping things got down to a civil manner. I know that Mama Lahoa has big challenges in dealing with their kane and keeping the camaraderie of the moku I don't want to lose Mama Lahoa chapter. And I told you guys that when I went to that meeting. One of the things that as Pelikekena Nui that I feel stuck in is I always have to choose what's good for the order, even if I don't think it's the best for the order, even if people have good suggestions and stuff. I feel like as Pelikekena Nui, I have to make sure I'm looking out for the whole and not just certain chapters or not just certain members. And again, it comes right back to this procedures, why we need it, why we should have something at MOA or something in place so that we don't stumble. We don't spend 2 years trying to figure out how do you tell somebody come play with us nicely or don't play. You know, I don't want to harbor over this because we have a lot to talk about. But if you are having problems in your chapter with any member, you do have to talk to your board what you guys are going to do about it. If you're going to do something about it, I'm sorry, I would still say you got to you got to let your men know. Don't let something happen and then they find out when they go to their Ha'ula meeting or Grand Council meeting that, oh, this chapter made this decision and they weren't included. Because then they get mad too. Okay, take a deep breath, everybody.
This is Mahina. So, in conclusion, Arma,
yes,
the recommendation of having other matters miscellaneous as an add-on, well, as a separate committee in our Kuapapa. That's what you are
thinking of putting it under that because there is already a miscellaneous matters committee,
Okay,
a standing committee.
okay.
So I was thinking, well, we could do that, or we could go back to bylaws. But that would be, to me, I think let's look at the grievance procedures, the forms, and kind of curtail it or detail it there, so that we have some working piece of paper that makes sense and all of us agree on.
For me personally, I wouldn't know how to start because I'm totally clueless on the specifics of a situation. Iana, would you mind or would you feel uncomfortable being in the committee?
No, I would be in the committee. Yes.
Thank you.
And we actually already have a committee on laws and revisions, part of which is continually review the bylaws. So you don't need a new committee, you already have one.
Oh, thank you.
Mahalo.
Okay. Okay, for the sake of time, I'm going to move on because we have another hot subject. Elections and procedures. Hola.
Yes, so it is the end of our Pelikanui second term, and so we are going to have nominations and elections this year. And mahalo Arma for all these 6 years of your
It was
service.
long. Let me tell you, whoever takes over, just know 6 years is long compared to 1 year at a time.
Uh, so what I'm going to do, and I spoke with Arma at length about this, is that the process, and I'm opening up my notes. I'm I'm going to go over just really quickly in our state bylaws how the nomination of Nui is done. So nominations for Nui shall be the kuleana of the nominations committee. Nominations committee shall be composed of the Mo Iho serving as chairwoman and the Pelikekena of each subordinate chapter of Navahine o Kamehameha. Section 2, qualifications for nominations to the office of Nui. A nominee shall have been a member in good standing of Navahine o Kamehameha for at least 3 years, have served as Pelikekena of a subordinate chapter for at least one term, have attended at least 3 Kuopapa conventions of the state chapter of Navahine o Kamehameha. And so that's what we're going to do. In section 4, it states that the slate of nominations of those who agree to stand for office shall be presented to the Executive Council at the state chapter of Navahine o Kamehameha General Session at Kuapapa. And then additional nominations may be received from the floor at the General Session at Kuapapa. So when we have our election, ladies, the election of the Nui shall be on the agenda for at Koapapa, and according to page 6 of section 2, the state chapter shall elect its Nui by secret ballot of all certified members in good standing of Navahine o Kamehameha. There shall be no proxy vote. If 3 or more candidates are nominated to the office of Nui, the candidate receiving the lowest number of votes after the first count shall be eliminated from further consideration, and the voting will be repeated until only 2 candidates remain, and the majority of votes cast will elect our new Nui. And so I'm not sure if any of the Moku have done their elections this way. It was the first time, the first year for Mamalahoa to do it that way. And I know our Kane do it that way. That's why they take so long.
But you guys did it that way for your Moku election?
Yeah, this year for the first
Oh.
time.
Because I
Usually
thought this procedure was only for Kuapapa, only for the state board.
we did it that way. Yep, we did it that way. And it is according to our bylaws. Yeah. So we weren't following our bylaws all the other time when we just have everybody on the stage and the majority vote wins that first time. We actually were supposed to do it in the way that we did it this year.
Oh, okay.
And so yeah, so Gloria Ishibashi is our new Pelekekena from Mamalahoa, and she'll start in January. And Stephanie Launil is our Hope Pelekekena. She's new. She was just installed this year, earlier this year.
Oh,
And and the other officers I know, but my
yeah,
mind
yeah, yeah.
and because of time will just continue on. So there is only one person who has called me in regards to putting in a nomination. And so I have that one person's name. And this week, after today, I will be contacting all of the other members of my committee who are the Hope Pelekekena, and I'll be asking them to look within their moku if there's anyone who desires to be nominated for this position and to give me their names. I had ask Kaupena because her mana'o is so valuable to me in regards to bylaws and procedures. And I asked her a question like, if chapter one had three people who wanted, to be nominated for Pelekekena Nui, if I could have the Hope, the board Hope, state board Hope, maybe do an election to make it just one person. And she reminded me that we have to, as a whole general body, vote on that. The the individual mokus cannot decide who that one person will be. We all would need to do it. So we might have a big slate and we might not. We have five mokus that have Navahine. And so at the most, I'm thinking maybe five women will be on that
Ballot.
nomination ballot.
Hmm.
And if not, then we will see.
And if we
So
only have one, we still get to say I vote or I agree.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. So as they come in, and I've only had one, but I'll make sure to vet them that they can, stay on the nomination ballot, and um, we will have something for everyone to see that's going to be a preview of the ballot that we have. But according to state bylaws, we can also take nominations on the floor that day. So
Right.
that might happen. Yeah, where we're adding Wāhine onto the ballot.
And again, we are only voting for Pelekikenanui.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
The
because
Pelekikenanui. Uh huh.
according to state bylaws, once the Pelekikenanui is elected, then she elects her state board.
Yeah, she
So she will
selects.
choose who her kahu is, who her, um, uh, who all her other people
Yeah.
are.
So what I remember is that the secretary and treasurer should come from the same moku as the Pelikikena. Is that what?
I That would be preferable for the Pelekikenanui because easier, yeah? You guys all
Well,
there.
especially with the checking, the writing of the checks and stuff. Um,
Yeah, but in the bylaws, I
I
don't
thought
think it said that.
I thought
I,
we
I
put it in 2020 when we set the rules for election for Pelikikenanui. Can we re-look at that?
yeah, okay, so I'm looking at
But
the
I'm pretty
officers.
sure that's what, because that's why I had to select from my moku. If all
Uh-huh.
the other positions could be from any, and I felt like I should get people from different islands on the board, not just you know chapter
Okay.
one. So but that needs to be looked at. The other thing is whoever is selected needs to consider who they're going to want to kokua them on that board. It's not as many meetings. Zoom certainly helps time wise, but yeah, so long as it's all set in place.
Yeah. So I'm reading the state bylaws right now, and it doesn't show. that they should come from the Pelekekina Nui's home chapter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got a
Uh,
question.
Yeah.
This is
Yes.
Ayana, Mama Loa. So I know we did our last and I had to leave because of emergency, but do we have to, if there's five, do we have to fill out their names twice? You know, like how you guys did? The only reason I'm asking because I was advised by one of the Wāhines that we had our kupuna who is struggling to write the name on the paper of her choice. So you know how you guys did? You guys do Pelikakena twice, you guys did Hope twice, and so forth. Is that something that we're gonna do with this Pelikakena Nui? If there's five?
Well, if there's five names would need to be on the ballot,
I know,
right?
but what I'm saying is that we had to write it twice. We have to do it twice.
yeah, because it was process of elimination. So if there were multiple people, the first round we would all just vote, and the one with the least amount of votes would be eliminated. And then it was a process to do that until we just had the two. So yeah. And maybe instead of well, see, we could pre-make the the names that everyone is going to be checking who they want to vote for. The only thing is that if there's any nominations coming to the floor, that they would have to add that in. Like we could leave some blank lines so they could write in their names,
Okay.
but we would still have to follow that process according to the bylaws.
Okay, I'm just thinking about the kupunas who, who's gonna need
Yeah,
more.
I know Auntie
And
Linda. Yeah, she had a hard time. We all waited for Auntie Linda too, right? Her
I
tell her
might
name.
suggest assigning somebody to her, like uh,
Yeah,
who can kokua the kupuna in there, because I'm sure there's more than one person who has a hard time
yes.
writing
Right.
or
And
whatever.
you know what? And Auntie Linda's not going to be there, and she was
Okay.
the one who had the difficult time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's not going to be there this
Yeah.
year.
But still, in the future for our kupunas, that's good to suggest to have someone assigned because that was the first time that we've done this. I mean, I
Yeah.
haven't been in there for that long either, but yeah. Mahalo.
Okay.
So
This
how are you gonna vet people that are nominated from the floor?
We would need to check with their Pelekekena and to make sure that they have been a Pelekekena and that they have attended the three meetings. I mean, three Kuapapa. Yeah.
And they're
But
in
then
good standing.
and in good standing. So maybe their pu'uku will also need to be um yeah.
So a couple things that the mokus need to be aware of before they get there.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
And you
I
will
have
know if
I have
somebody
a
wants to.
flyer.
Yeah.
I have a flyer that's going to go out to each of the um, Pelekekenas to explain it to each of their chapters.
Oh, good. Okay.
And hopefully we won't have anyone from the floor. Hopefully they will let their moko know like they have intentions of running. Yeah.
Excuse me.
I have a question.
Yes.
Hola, it's me, Pena. My question, I think it goes off of Ayana's where they're writing down names. Maybe for Pelikekena, if there's more than one. This is the example. Karen, me, and you are running. Karen will be A, the letter A. I'll be B, and Ola, you're C. So our members don't have to write down their names. We know
Oh,
we're using a letter system to go with the person's name to help.
I
I appreciate that, Kaupena, but I am going to say personally, some of our ladies they don't remember ABC. I'm sorry. No, for real.
No,
Like,
Yes,
I
I'm
mean, I
understanding.
think she means put it on the ballot. A point
Yeah,
open B.
oh,
Yeah.
with the name. Oh, okay, because I
Yeah,
was
Yeah.
thinking
Ola.
just
yeah.
ABC. Oh,
No, no.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm sorry. That thank you, Miss Faith, for kind of
correcting that.
making it a little easier to make the ABC or to circle, use those as the selection
Yeah.
to make it an easier process or a box to check to help
Check off
everyone
box.
to
Yep.
participate without making them feel that they may be hindering everybody else, but they're not. You want everybody to participate. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. Ola, when will the elections take place? Saturday?
Saturday.
Probably
Yes,
first thing,
Saturday.
yeah?
Yes, Saturday.
'Cause I was like, I can't even finish my agendas until this meeting got done.
Mhm.
Okay, Saturday morning, and that also means Saturday sometime we have to have installation. I have the script for that, so um and there are no proxy
No.
like installations, so everyone should be there, going to be part
Yep.
of the board, and if there's an emergency, then we'll have to work it out with their get properly installed.
Yeah.
Mary Ann has her hand up.
Oh, who?
Mary Ann, you gotta unmute, sis.
Marianne.
Hello, everybody. I was going to say that, Arma, what you had said earlier, as far as from the island, it's in our old bylaws, May 6, 2012. It does
Oh,
say what you had said. Nominations as offices, Kakolelo and Pu'uku, shall be made from members residing on the same island as the Pelikikananui. That's in our old
Oh,
bylaws, though.
yeah.
The
What's the
old
date?
state bylaws, Karen?
2019? No, 21. Can't find my.
Our new bylaws doesn't say that.
Right.
What was the date of the old bylaws, Marianne?
May 6, 2012.
And was that the state
Yes,
bylaws?
yes.
So when it was rewritten, it was left out.
Yeah, because the new bylaw is
It's
November
not the new
23rd.
one.
No, but I just was referring to it as, she was right, but it's in our old bylaws.
Yeah. Nice catch. Thank you.
Well, I know that we specifically spoke about it at the 2020 meeting at Kanaina building simply because we were brand new and trying to sort through everything. So that is something we'll have to look at. And
So Mahina, maybe as part of your minutes, you can make the notation from Mary Ann that it was in the May 6, 2012, but didn't carry over to the November 23, 2021, as it should have. Something like that.
okay, here.
Lena Allah has her hand up.
Lena, Allah, go ahead.
Okay. I just wanted to know, Ola, when is that flyer gonna come out? Because our
Today.
meeting is on October 2nd. Okay. Thank
I can
you.
drop it. Yeah, I can do it today. Yeah.
Okay. No problem. Appreciate it.
I got a,
Um,
I got a question. This is Ayana Mamalahoa, just really quick. When you say good standing, what does that mean?
means they've paid their dues. All their financials are up to par. Um, I don't know. I'm going to ask this question. Good standing. Does that mean that if I did a fundraiser, I turned in all my money? Or am I not in good standing if I didn't turn in my money yet?
Good standing should be not just good standing by
Dues.
Navahini, but should be good standing even on the outside. Because if you're not good on the outside, you're going to come in Navihine with that. And that's not good. So if you're
Okay.
not good with your finance, if you're not good with your finance outside and you come in and you run for a board, let's say for Pu'uku,
Mm-hmm.
and yet you're not good financially, but you're coming in, you're running for a position, we vote on having you being the Pu'uku, and find out that money is short or you can't do Pu'uku stuffs. I just think good standing should not just be good standing because you pay your dues. It should be good standing also on the outside.
You mean in your general behavior, your and
Like your
participation?
finance. How's your
All
finance?
right.
How's your family? How because when you have
Well,
bad habits, you'll
You
bring
don't
it in.
have,
but
yeah.
I don't think, I don't know. I would really have to think about it. I don't think what happens in my family's personal life will determine whether I'm in good standing or not with the order. I might come from a family of hell, you know, but as far as the order goes, as far as activities, as far as participation, and I wish there was a way I could
Yeah, like participation. If
force
they
people
don't
to participate.
participate, if they choose not to, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of broad, if you ask me. I just feel that you should be good. You should be in good standing, both sides. Like if you owe somebody money, pay them off. You know,
Yeah.
pay it.
I just think if it's personal,
Yeah.
like if you loan me money and I never pay you back, that's outside of the order.
Yeah, but if you let them money to help them while they're in Mamalahoa, or in Navahine, that becomes a Navahine Kuleana.
No, it doesn't
Oh,
unless
No,
you're letting it
no,
to them for
it doesn't.
Navajo
If
issue.
they
Yeah.
borrowed it from the moku coffers,
Yeah.
which I would question that kind of behavior because we don't, no more banker what you need over here. But I just have a hard way of connecting my personal debt to somebody to my royal order activities. I mean, and that's my own personal opinion.
No, that's
I
mine too.
agree.
I
That's
Yeah.
agree.
mine
I
too.
just feel like that's where the trust, the integrity,
Well,
because I just
that's
feel
part
as
of
though
it. That
I
is
just
part,
I
but
understand what you're saying, and I understand it's just that when a Vahine needs help, you go out of your way to help them. You
yeah,
really we do that,
I
you know.
and we do it here too. I mean, all the chapters I'm sure do,
But
but
when they choose not to
we can.
follow
I
through,
don't think we can tie a personal loan, or even if you're doing it so they can if they can't participate in royal order activities. I know it's not mega bucks, like we don't pay anything close to what the men pay, but still it's a tack on your wallet. um I just don't loan people money. I mean, i've I've been caught in that before. Knock on wood, people have paid me back, but I'm not one to loan money. It's like I don't do that. Too
mm,
many times people don't pay me back.
Okay, sorry, ladies, but I think we're
Mm,
off course, and I hate to
yes,
keep doing
thank
this.
you.
But
Yeah,
Ayana,
no, that's all
Ayana,
right.
Ayana.
It's important that we
Don't fall
we.
for them.
So that is something we'll look at and talk about. Okay, but just be aware for elections that these are things that we all gonna need to be um akamaitu, because just because you're not going to be Pelikananui this time doesn't mean next time you won't. Okay, we kind of did Kalau Papa.
Kalamai, I have one more regarding elections.
Yes, yes.
At this time, we should know who's going, right? At this time
Who's going where?
to
To run?
Kua Papa, right?
Oh,
They
hopefully.
have to be present. If
No.
they're nominated, they have to be present.
Oh, yes. So the thing is, I think is let me know. I think it would be a helpful thing to send Ola the list of who is going already, because from there, she can do the back work of who's in good standing, who already is or was a Pelikikena in their own moku. So when it comes time to elections time, those things are already like me. I wouldn't be able to run. So if I say I want to nominate myself, you like, well,
Yeah.
Kaupeni not run, so it makes it easier by she already has a selected list. Like, oh, these are the people that can already run if they somebody chooses them or they choose themselves. We're not at
Yeah.
Papa trying to figure out, okay, Pelekikena, is this person okay or not? It's already those backwork homework has been done.
Hopefully, it won't be that disparaging because when 2023 and we had I mean, 2022, we had the election, we actually went around the room and asked everyone who qualifies as Pelikikena and qualifies for this position, stand up and say whether you wanted to run. Everyone stood up. They said what moku and what years, but none of them wanted to run. They all said, "I'm not running. I'm not running." One was running away, but no. So people should know whether they've been president of their moku.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's a good idea to be as prepared as we can for this. Um,
Mahalo nui
and I
ka
have to
upena.
laugh
I'll add
more.
that. I'll add that to the flyer before
Okay,
I send it out.
okay,
Yeah.
and it's really cute because Ola and I were talking, and Ola was like, "Yeah, well, who's doing the election?" And I was like, "Ola, you are." Okay, let's get back to duty here. Uh, Number E, the state Pelikikena Lei, traditional colors versus rainbow colors. Everyone was supposed to go back to their moku and ask their moku what the general membership wanted.
Wasn't there a resolution blanket that somebody was gonna send out? Ola, I think.
We're still working on it. Actually, Leilani, me and her are working on it, Kalamai, but we will have it soon.
Okay, so shall we table this one for now and we could bring it up?
Yes.
I mean, because no, we're gonna have plenty to talk about this time.
Yes.
Everybody in agreement with that? As far as the vote on the
Yeah.
uh,
I know with the board right here on the state board, I think, it was everybody voted yes for the change except Kamoli.
Correct.
Yeah.
And that still stands. My ladies don't feel like the change is necessary. We are all royal in our own minds.
okay. So we better write it down. Okay. So at the moment, we're going to hold off on that one.
Okay.
Yes? Okay. Where am I? Okay, new business. I went right back to bylaws and resolutions regarding the grievance because I thought that was going to take quite a bit of time. And we all have a good idea of what we need to do to make ourselves, actually, to protect themselves.
I just want to know for the record that I'd like to be a part of that committee too, but according to Ululani, it sounds like there's already a committee to take care of those matters.
Okay, we are back on resolutions. Where are we?
No. I'm sorry. You had briefly spoken about
Oh, that
the
delay.
no,
Okay.
not the lay, not the lay.
Okay.
The
Bylaws.
disciplinary
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
actions.
That's
Yeah.
what I wrote your name next to. Okay. Um,
So it's Committee on Laws and Revisions, Arma. I don't
Okay.
know that you have. I don't know, but that's
We
the
do
committee
have the
that's supposed to
committee.
review the
Usually
bylaws.
it's no changes.
Yep, but that is the one that recommends action to be taken on amendments or revisions to the bylaws.
Okay, and that's the one that leads up to that eventual resolution, right?
And special, what is it? That's a new one. Special rules.
Mhm.
Bylaws and special rules to a subordinate chapter of Wāhine o Kamehameha.
And we had the well, I don't know if I should say the word honor, but that happened just within our chapter last month.
Mm.
Yeah, that we actually this month, it's still September. A lot of things have happened in this month.
Been a
Oh,
long
wait.
month, huh?
It has. It really has. The men had made a special draft that basically was going to strip us of all of our progress that we have made over the years. And part of it
What?
was including taking our financial accounts. They could take it
No.
anytime.
What?
And
No, no,
yes,
no, no. That's not what it is. This is Ayana
it's
Malahua.
it's
What?
open for feedback now. At first, we weren't going to get feedback. They said that we only had less than a week to give any comments. And we were told, well, whatever comments you folks give us, we are still going to make the decision on whatever they decide. And
Regardless.
even though more than 9 women had replied to that special draft and said that we need more time. Why couldn't we just have a few more days? It was right before our election meeting. And so we said, give us a few more days when we can all be in person together, discuss it, and have time to really give a good feedback. And it was only after that that the gosh, I forgot what Kinohi's title is called, but he gave us an extension. And so we were able to have someone assigned to the task of getting all of our mana'o and putting it in a structured letter. And I think Stephanie was chosen because she's had so many um, years of experience of sitting on nonprofit boards, healthy and unhealthy, and that she is a writer in her own right and researcher. So she was able to execute a really beautiful summary in regards to taking it piece by piece, that special draft that was made, and it was just said so eloquently that we chose her to take care of all of our feedback.
Okay.
And so,
This this is Mahina. This is
hi,
Mahina.
Mahina.
Hi, thank you very much for elaborating. But I'm just going to put on our meeting notes that you and Iana will be on the bylaws committee for Kuapapa. I prefer not to write about this. It's not going to be in the
Yes,
minutes.
mahalo. Thank you.
Right.
Yeah, thank you.
I
And
appreciate that.
and if it's okay with you, Peleki Kenanu, I just okay, so this thing that the Connies had sent is not that they're trying to strip us. Okay, that's not what I got. They sent us this proposal. They wanted us to look it over. They wanted our feedback. They're not going to take away anything. Whatever we suggest to them, they're going to take it into consideration. You know, so they went by section. And if I couldn't answer a lot of the questions that they asked, I only could answer questions that I was familiar because of the history that I was given to by Kelly.
Right.
Other than that, you know, they're not out to get us, period. So I don't know where all of this is the first I'm hearing of. So, you know, as Pelikekena, I kind of feel like I'm out of the loop now because I'm trying to let Navahine, Mama Lahoa know that this is coming from the Kani. I was told by Kako'olelo Kinohe to send it out, which I did.
Mm-hmm.
then my request was to change the date, the deadline, because it was just too soon, which he did, October 24th.
Oh,
We've got that much time to really go over. But I also requested that they come and talk to us and explain instead of us jumping into conclusion. So that's where things are right now. It's not that they're trying to, because I speak with them
okay.
and they're telling me, and I'm trying to tell the Wāhines. So, yeah, you don't have to put that in the minutes either.
Yeah. Well, just a little back to, I know I was informed of this draft, and yet I was told let moku do moku, you know. So I had to step back, and yet I have a hem and a haw, like, shouldn't Alika be aware of what's being discussed in his own subordinates, you know? But apparently he already saw it. So I'm trying, you know, there's such a thin line between state and moku depending on what's going on, how much assistance. But this is another area that we're going to have to keep our eyes open to make sure that the women, when I heard that the mamalahoa monies may be subject to the whims of the men, oh, that was hard.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
It doesn't happen on Kauai either.
Yeah.
No.
Because
No.
even we all have, well, I don't know about you folks, we all have our own checking accounts.
Oh yeah,
It's not coupled with the men.
not
No.
at all.
We too. We have our.
Arma, I hear you saying there's a thin line between state and moku as far as the women, the Navahine go.
Mhm.
But in my mind, if a Navahine moku is having issues, who else? If they're not gonna go to their Ali'i moku, which is what my first thought is, and if I'm
Mhm.
thinking no, not so much along his line, maybe my other ladies would know better. Why wouldn't I be able to go to the state?
Well, because you can. To
I
me,
should.
you can, but you've got to go through the men first, and that's the next. The next. I don't know if I put it here. The next topic on the new business one.
Okay.
And
Um.
Faith, I just wanted to respond to you that the only reason why we went to Arma and Leilani had sought counsel with Ali'i Nui is because there was already a breach in the bylaws, protocols of what was supposed to have been done in the process. It already happened. The board should have known what was going on. We as a membership should have known what was going on. And so it was, even though I'm not even on the board and I'm no longer Mo'iho in my own chapter, I felt it was something that I had to stand for at that time.
Did she go
And
to the Ali'i Nui or to your Ali'i Moku?
She
Ali'i
initially she went to the Ali'i Moku, and this is from the Ali'i Moku himself who told me that when termination was on the table and he was to make a decision on it, he
Yeah.
looked at the grievances and said that he basically said that this nonsense has to stop. I don't want it to come up anymore, and that's it. And I was thinking that was Pau. But
Your
once
Aimoku
he
said
was
that.
removed,
Yeah.
Charles Heaukulani, once he was no longer Aimoku, it
How did
was
it come up again?
it was taken to the pro temp, Bobby McKean, for the same thing.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but the reason for that is because Charles was already told to step down, and yet his royal order did not know what he was doing either. So they was not aware. Nobody was aware. I wasn't aware. I wasn't aware he was no longer my Aimoku. I only went to him for advice when he took over.
He was still Aimoku
No, he was
when
not.
that
He was
happened.
not. He was.
No, he
Okay,
was Ayana.
okay, all right,
Uh,
okay. Time out, time out, time out. I think my personal opinion, and not to be rude,
Yeah.
ladies, but maybe we can talk about this at Kuopapa. But it
Yeah.
sounds like Mama Lohoa needs more help, and I, for one, am available. Talk story. I'm a black and white person. You might not like what I say, but I stand by what I say. If you want to reach out, by all means, I'm here.
Thank you.
But
Yes.
for this meeting, I think we've talked this through quite a bit.
Thank you, mahalo.
The one more thing I wanted to say
Mahalo.
though, sorry, in reading the bylaws, as far as this committee, it looks like once a moku comes up with a resolution or special rules, the recommendation comes to this committee. So this committee is not the one to be making the resolution for any grievances. It's each moku.
Yeah.
You can sit and talk story about each moku if there's representation from each moku. I would be open to that, but that's not what this committee is supposed to be doing.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Faith. It helps to be pulled back.
Sorry.
No,
No.
point of order. Sometimes even I need it.
Yeah, I was roping goats yesterday, so I guess I didn't get it out of my system yet.
So I'm gonna scoot to new business, and I only have one. Besides the one that's listed there, the about using addendum and MOAs, we already talked about that. That's already done. Luann Tabarito, Kapu Iva, had sent me a question asking if Navahine could advocate for the movement of having a Native Hawaiian on the board that is scrutinizing the use of land by the military, the request for land use by the military. When she asked me that, it seemed like she was really asking Navahine to back it up and stand up for that. I told her before I can, she has to take it back to her ali'i moku. They have to be on agreement with that. They cannot come out with the women and the men be blind to it. She took it to the men, and now they wrote it up. They agreed. Yes, we would allow the women to focus on that. And now she's bringing it to our level, and that is one thing as far as new business goes, whether we as a collective group want to advocate for the support of having a Native Hawaiian on that board to scrutinize the use of land use by the military. If we agree, it still needs to be approved by the Li'inui, that's our involvement, because that's that old rule, we don't get into politics. But I think there's room for participation in what's good for the community and all. But I think it's something that we should bring to the membership, whether we want to even be able to address it, and then we can go up the ladder from there. And that was brought up by Lou Ann.
So she has permission for her moku
She
to
has
do it.
permission, yeah, from her moku. But even though it's from her moku, the moku got to go to the Ali'i chapter, because that's how some of the people lost their positions. Yeah, talk about something the Ali'i chapter didn't approve of, and then they got suspended. So right now, that's where that concern about the military land use is. It's going to be brought to Navahine to discuss whether we want to add them, along with with chapter 8 kind of sponsoring that request.
Arma,
Yes, ma'am.
do we know who's on the board? Could there be a Native Hawaiian on the board, or we know any information that Luann can give us?
I was hoping Lou was going to be here because she was going to share with us. But
Mhm.
if not, we can talk to her on Thursday, the 16th.
Mm.
But I just wanted to, because I had already put it on my notes,
Mhm.
that was something I needed to bring up.
Mm.
So with that, okay, the last one would be standard information on our Moku rosters. Because some people turn in their rosters with just their members' names, but um, part of when we're doing verification of members in good standing and stuff, sometimes we do need a cell number or phone number contact and address or phone number or PO box rather. Um, how do you folks decide what goes on your roster? I thought it was standard, but I've only seen chapter one rosters ever. Anybody?
I would
Are
say
you
no.
talking
You
about?
would
Oh,
name, address, maybe an email and a cell phone if they have it.
yeah,
Some of my
same.
my kupuna, they have cell phones, but they no longer know how to use it very well, so that doesn't really help. Same with
Oh,
the email.
I'm falling into that.
Mhm.
No,
Name, address, cell phone, and
email
well,
if they have it.
email.
Right.
And
Um,
then, I
we
mean,
also got their birth date on that. I mean, for us,
Exactly.
for our Moku.
Our
Oh, some
also,
people I know we do too.
well, not the year, but just the month and
Yes, just the month and the day.
and we also have the year they joined,
Oh, wow.
the month and
oh,
the year,
interesting.
Oh, that's nice to put on.
Who
Mm-hmm.
does that?
because some of
That
us forget.
Maui?
Yes, Maui.
Oh, oh,
Sorry.
nice.
Wow.
Yeah, right after our name, there's a column there, the month and the year that we joined, and then it becomes our address and so on, and the ending phone number at the ending is the birthday.
Well, it sure would make it easier when you
Oh,
sometimes you just look at your roster and like, when did they join? How long?
Exactly.
Oh.
I
Okay,
mean, even
so
for myself, I gotta remember when I joined too.
can we all agree on this? What needs to be on the roster so when it comes in for our books, it'll be all up information?
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
think just as a board we can. Any other discussion? Any other new business wanting to be brought up?
I have
No.
something, but not new business.
Okay.
I did for this meeting and a lot of other meetings. I always thank Faith for keeping us on track because sometimes even our my own conversation, get off track. But just to even bring another side and just so us as ladies can really stay focused and on
Mm-hmm.
track with business. And I always appreciate her giving another side to a conversation. So that's what I wanted to mahalo Faith at
Yes.
this meeting. Thank you.
And it really does help, Faith. Believe me.
Sorry.
No, don't be sorry because you always need somebody like that. Sometimes we have a kako'o, and sometimes Luna Ho'omalu will say, point of order, we're going off deep end over there. But this is exactly what we need to stay on track. Thank you, Kaupena. Anything else anybody wants to bring up? If not, Kuapapa, the 16th to the 18th in Kona. Guess everyone got to decide what they're going to do about their hotels. Now I might be in a quandrum. I got to look again.
I wanted to say if you know anyone who needs a room, me and Auntie Maria have a one bedroom with a king size that we'll probably share, but there's also another double bed that's empty.
Mhm.
And if you know anybody, just one person who is still looking for a room. Yeah.
Okay,
Nice.
thanks, Ola.
Nice of you. Thank you.
Um, monies and meals for Core Papa registration. How we doing, Yana?
Good. Like I said, I'm just waiting for it's on its way. Chapter
Okay.
1 and chapter 3.
1 and 3, okay.
I walked
And
through the rain on Friday to mail it, so I promise it's on its way.
Yeah.
okay. When is distribution of the books?
Oh,
It will be on Friday morning.
Friday morning. At the Civic.
You're talking about the binder.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
At the Civic, yeah? Civic Center.
Correct.
Okay. Okay. And you already said Cool Papa inserts. Bring all 60 copies on that Thursday, and your team is going to help collate them, right?
Yeah, I already delegated that, so they got it.
When it came to Faith putting out and screw her up, I was all mixed up, but
It's okay.
do better.
We're good. We're good.
And anything else anyone wants to bring up? Anything? Otherwise, if I can ask Karen for a closing, Pule?
Thank you. Oh, here oi, kia kua kamakua e no mako, me ka mahalo nui me ka mililani ho ia oi, no ka ho po mai kai ana mai ia mako. Kia la kai ana ia mako, I loko no ka awana mai o kia wala au. Lord, you have given us your word as a light to shine on our path. Inspire us to meditate on that word and follow its teaching, so that we may find in it the light that shines more and more until it
Yes.
is perfect day. Amen.
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 Mahalo.
Thank you,
Amen.
Karen.
Thank you very much. I am going to go ahead and skip the email. But, ladies, I cannot tell you, like, it's been about a little over a month now. I'm starting to shake because I got comfortable doing this. And then all these little things happen. And I just want to leave Navahine safe and across the board in a good place, in a good, secure place for who we are and who we're going to be for our kids or our granddaughters who join. But I really want to thank each one of you for your part. Some of you guys have had some hard stuff to do, but you hung in there. So thank you. Thank you very much for that and for your support and reminding me, wait, let's go. So if there's nothing else, I will end the meeting at 4:13.
Thank you all. See you folks soon.
Okay.
Aloha no.
Thank you.
Mahalo.
Safe
All right.
travels.
Okay. Be well, all. Take care. Bye bye.
Aloha.
Bye.
Aloha.
Oh, how do I? Okay, if anyone's on, just sign off because I can't.
I'm still here if you're still there. You're too funny.
I don't know what I did. I put some form on my thing and now it says, sorry, the document can't be viewed and I can't get out of it.
View options. I don't know what you did either. Maybe on the
Thank-
bottom where it says more.
More. See, I don't even have that.
There's a 3 dots on the bottom right next to share screen. It has a circle with 3 dots and it says
no,
more.
this is for
Oh, you're on a phone.
document. Yeah, I'm on my phone. I couldn't get my computer.
Is there a view options on your phone?
I just have only your face. Your face is just that silhouette, right?
My face is there?
Oh, no, your screen is just a silhouette, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I found it. Now I can sign off.
Okay. You're too funny.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate your input. Um,
I hate to keep interrupting, but
no,
it sounds like there's so much more that we all know nothing about, and I don't know that we want to know, but
yeah,
there's
and
so
what
much
it was, it was just it was a lot of petty things, stuff that happened in Kauai, and they
in
tried.
Kauai.
Yeah, before they came
Oh
to
my.
Kauai, they had their first ho'oponopono. And then they said, we had it, but they didn't have it. They didn't, you cannot finish ho'oponopono if everybody didn't talk,
Or
you know,
agree.
agree, yeah. So it was just like 2 years of petty stuff. And I told her
Wow.
it was petty, but 2 years of pettiness breaks down your camaraderie,
Oh
breaks
yeah.
down the trust, you know.
You can hear it
So
in her voice.
yeah. Yeah. And I felt bad, you know, some of those members had to go through a lot. But well, that's what it
You know,
is.
now
Yeah.
I can't see your pretty face. All right. Well, so
Thank you.
hopefully they get it settled and
Yes. Yeah. And now I can write my new agendas. Now that this one is. I was like,
all
how
right.
come I can't do it? I'm like, shit.
So
And I
now you
don't, yeah, I'm just hoping everything on Kona's side comes out well. Because I was prepared to pay the 1,700 for four of us and then we break it down.
I
But
still have
now,
I made my reservation just for me. I thought Kikau was gonna be able to come, but he moved to Oahu and he
oh,
has a job and he cannot get time off because he's too new. So it's
oh.
just me, but I still have my reservation at the hotel. But we'll see.
Yeah, I have mine too. Maybe you should jump in with Ola and, and see.
But then we gotta drive to these different places, yeah? Actually, no, they have shuttles, she
They have
said.
shuttles. Yeah, and I think Ola going to have her car, you
And
know.
I think I'm flying in Wednesday just to hang out for a
Oh,
bit.
okay.
I want to grab one
And
car too.
we're coming in on Wednesday morning as well.
Oh, what flight
The
you guys
mo
on?
um
Do you know?
Hawaiian 18, I think 10 o'clock, around 10 o'clock we get. I pick up my car at 10. That's what
The flight number is 18?
I think it's HA 18.
Okay, and you get in at 10. And now you hung up. Ay, ay, ay.